Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Fan Stream Sports. Nothing but pure sports.
This is Cary coming at you live. To all the ladies out there, y'all enjoy this. Fellas, vibe out. Ladies, grab a drink. Enjoy.
Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk, where we cover sports and more for the culture, by the culture, because we are the culture. Hosted by your favorite twin duo, those Jackson men, Gary and Cary. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where you can rate us, review, subscribe, follow, and most importantly, share.
Yes, you can.
Welcome
Back
to another
edition
of
Bottom Line Sports Talk.
I'm your host,
I'm the co-host, Cary.
and we still got Tim here behind the scenes, y'all. For
What
anybody
up?
who love to see Tim.
What's
There
up,
we
everybody? There he is.
Thank y'all for joining us here today as we give you a live action-packed event.
Yeah.
We got a lot to get to, but first, we want to say this is Bottom Line Sports Talk, where we do it
For the culture,
by the culture.
because we are the culture, you dig?
I want to make sure we say thank y'all for tuning in live. Thank y'all for listening to all Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other
All of it.
DSP platforms. No pun intended. Want to thank y'all for tuning in to us today. We have so much to talk about.
Mhm.
We want to make sure that you also like, subscribe, hit that little ding bell
Ding.
so you can get all the notifications whenever this podcast does his thing, or Tim and Kobe with the Drunk Sports, or John with From the Rough, whatever. All our conglomerate of family does their stuff. I was gonna cuss. Does their stuff online. I don't know where you want to start at, but I just want to say this before we go.
Okay.
How about them Cowboys? Hold on, for the people who didn't hear me in the back. How about them Cowboys? Okay, go ahead.
All right, we're gonna get that in a second. But first, I want to
It's
give
okay, Tim.
I want to give a flag on the play. We're gonna start that off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we starting that off right now. Flag on the play, because I saw it yesterday. I was on Twitter.
Preview.
There you go.
Flag on the play is for those things we want to throw a flag on.
Yeah. There are people who say the craziest stuff, that say the wildest stuff, just say stuff to me that don't make no sense at all. The flag on the play for this week.
Thanks, Mom. You don't want to see us, but it's okay.
This
I
week,
got you, Mama.
this week goes to none other than Rob Parker. He said the craziest thing. I saw it yesterday on Twitter. He says Sean Payton, New Orleans Saints head coach, or used to be head coach. He says Sean Payton is the most overrated, overhyped, and overvalued coach in NFL history. The reason Rob getting this flag on the play, one, everything that you had said was wrong. Then he tried to go on the argument and said Sean Payton had 3 losing seasons of 7-9, right? So if we do our math right, Sean Payton coached the New Orleans Saints for, I believe 15 years. So 15 minus 3, what do we have? 14, 12 winning seasons with the New Orleans Saints. I don't see how that is overhyped. I don't see how he's the most overrated coach in NFL history. And you can go a long list of coaches that coached in the NFL. None, I don't believe any would say that Sean Payton is the most overrated, overhyped coach in NFL history. So my flag on the play goes to none other than Rob Parker.
Now, hey, real quick, who is that guy? 'Cause I've never heard in all of my years of broadcasting and sports writing, I've never heard anybody say that Sean Payton is overrated.
Yeah,
I never have either, though.
Yeah, but it's on. I have it retweeted on my Twitter at CDJackson07. But Rob Parker used to be on ESPN. He's an NBA journalist, and now I think he's trying to do all of the sports, the major sports.
He's on Fox Sports.
Yeah, Fox Sports.
I believe it's not First Take.
No.
He on the show on Fox Sports.
All right.
That's how much it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You want me to give y'all some breaking news here, though?
Yeah, please.
I'm probably going to be breaking news for y'all, but it's not to a lot of people.
I'm scared.
So, no, Sean Payton is not overrated. He's rated exactly where he should be.
Yes.
Mhm.
However, Sean Payton and Mike McCarthy are the exact same head coach.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
They've done the exact same thing with the same level of talent until this season when McCarthy finally has one extra year of coaching experience over Sean Payton.
Mm-hmm.
They were within single digits of wins, losses, and ties. They both had the same years coaching.
Mhm.
They both won a Super Bowl with the future Hall of Fame quarterback
Mhm.
Right.
one time and then have failed the rest of their existence. They had very similar playoff records. I think McCarthy actually had more playoff wins than Payton by like
I
one or two.
think he had more wins, yeah.
But they're the same freaking coach, and it bugs me all to hell when Dallas fans say they want Sean Payton over Mike McCarthy because they're the same coach. Get over it.
Yeah, I'm not real clear on that, and it's not for my disdain for Cowboys fans or whatever. I think they just want something new, something shiny, something to uplift them. So that's why they want Sean Payton,
Right.
because it seems to be that thing. But at the same time, like, I agree with you. They are the same coach. Like, to be honest, for the longest, Sean Payton didn't really have a good defense outside of the Super Bowl year, and maybe a year or two removed from that.
The defense got better as he kept coaching in the latter years before he decided to step down. But before then, that defense was non-existent. So yeah, I agree with you, Tim, and I believe
And they both do stupid stuff on offense.
and they do some crazy stuff on offense. But yeah, Rob Parker did mention that as well. Like you had said, they both are the same kind of coach. So, but as you like you had said earlier, I'm pretty sure it grinds your gears when a lot of Cowboys fans say they want Sean Payton, even though Mike McCarthy and Sean Payton are the same kind of coaches. So yeah.
So I want to, if y'all will, I want to do something, because I think we're gonna need a lot of time to talk about a lot of stuff with football. So we can go ahead and dive into basketball, some of the little quick takes that you got real quick, because there's a lot of things that went on, and I think we need to give it its well-deserved due.
Yeah.
To make sure we talk about a lot of it. Yeah, it's gonna be dominated by the Cowboys, but at the same time, like, it was 3 other games that took place.
Yeah.
And some tragedies that took place too.
Well, for the NBA news, Rui Hachimura, I want to say that. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, my bad. Got traded to the Lakers yesterday. Kendrick Nunn is on his way to the Washington Wizards, with the Wizards also receiving 3 draft picks from the Lakers. So I think that is a good move for the Lakers. Rui provides a good spark. He can score he can shoot the 3, and he can defend. So I think that's going to definitely complement LeBron. Hopefully when AD gets back, hopefully if he get back and don't mess anything up in his body or on his body, ankles, knees, or whatever, hopefully he'll be fine for the remainder of the season. We'll see. He was playing at a elite level before he got injured. But I think adding Rui on the front lines, along with Thomas Bryant, got another big body that can score, that can shoot the 3, which the Lakers desperately need. I think that was a good trade-off.
So for me, I thought the Lakers were worried about their future. Don't know how much it really impacts it. I think the thing that troubles me as a Lakers fan, and this is not no bandwagon thing for LeBron, because anybody that knows me knows our affinity for it. I think the thing that troubles me when it comes to the Lakers, and Tim, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It may be another team that I'm thinking. It may be another team that assimilates this with the football world, but seems like anybody that goes to an LA team seems to be where their career ends. Like Washington, anytime somebody goes to Washington Redskins, or Indianapolis Colts is another one, because Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan, their careers are basically over, and it's like they were already
Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
I forgot about Phillip Rivers. So I think Indianapolis and Washington are the equivalent of the Clippers and the Lakers. Anytime somebody goes there, their career basically goes in the toilet. So, yeah, maybe it's a great pick, but at the end of the day, like, it seems like the front office of the Lakers is like arguably the worst in all of sports
right now.
It's been there for a while.
Yeah.
It's been there for a while. So I don't know if it makes a difference. I thought that when you said his last name, it sounded like you said Orochimaru from Naruto. That is for anime fans. But I look at it and I say, I don't know if it's going to make a difference. AD ain't going to be healthy. He never stays healthy. I said it when he was healthy. Trade him because that's going to be a valuable asset. I think you can get a lot back from, but they're not going to do it. It's a rumor saying LeBron's going to leave. He's not going to leave. I think he's going to try to like pull out some canoodling. Yes, I say canoodling. When his son gets in the league finally to try to play with him. I honestly say just stay with the Lakers because we're going to be terrible that whole time. So you better give them for a bargain. But yeah, I mean, as far as what they did, it's not front page news. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. The Lakers are trash. And I hate saying it, but the Lakers are trash.
And Kendrick Nunn, before they traded him, he was starting to get his groove back. He's
Stella.
Like Stella. He has been balling these past few games, but his good games don't outweigh what he didn't do or what he didn't provide. Because there's been a couple of games he didn't score. It's been a lot of games where he was injured. So I think this trade right here makes a whole lot of sense. Before all of that happened, yeah, I would say that when he was with Miami and we got him, I thought he was gonna be a spark plug off the bench. But unfortunately, due to injuries, he really hasn't played a lot, and when he has, it's been inconsistently as well. So I think this was a good trade-off besides the 3 draft picks. But hey, it is what it is. James Harden says this Philly team is the best one he's played on. He said the Oklahoma City team, it was good. He said the 2018 Rockets team, he said that was a good team, but he said this Philly team is the best team that he's played on thus far. And me personally, I have to disagree with you, James Harden.
Why do you find this man in our podcast? Why do we keep bringing this man up?
I mean, look,
no, I'm just saying, like, he always seemed to get brought up in this.
Well, he don't always seem to get brought up. Did we bring him up last week? I don't think so. And if we did, you don't want to be bringing him up.
I only bring him up to make fun of him. Like,
you bring him up. I don't bring him up.
James Harden is a shell of himself. I don't care what his numbers look like.
James Harden.
He is an idiot. I don't care what his numbers look like. I don't care whether he sits up there and rattles off a string of 50-point games. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, the only thing I want to see from him is results, and the results being championship or bust for him. Not that he got to win it. I just want to see him in it. Yes, you sniffed it when you were with the Houston Rockets, and you were in it when you were with the Thunder. And Tim can tell us a little bit more about that because he actually told us some information that we didn't know. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we kind of did, but we didn't. But when it comes to James Harden, like, bro, just shut up and ball. Like, I'm saying shut up and ball because I don't care what team you think is good. I don't care what you honestly sit up there and think of, like, your current team now. We know you move wherever Daryl Morey moves. Your jersey, I don't know if it is retired from the strip club or not. Like, that's more relevant than your career, honestly, to me. At the end of the day, it doesn't.
You love bringing up that strip club.
Because it's true. It doesn't matter what he says unless you don't have the choke gene no more. And he has the choke gene when it comes to doing things that doesn't get him eliminated from the playoffs. When it comes to the elimination game, he doesn't really show up. He can show up all throughout the regular season. And I'll tell you a player he sounds like in the football world. He sounded like Peyton Manning before he finally got over the hump.
Well, hey,
greatest regular season quarterback ever.
Well, don't look right now. And I know we're talking about regular seasons right now, but don't look out right now.
Come on.
The Philadelphia 76ers are one game behind the Boston Celtics, which they are number one. Just saying that it's still early, midway season.
Do you think in a 7-game series they can beat Brooklyn?
Anything's possible.
I'm asking you, do you think they can beat Brooklyn? With Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, do you think they beat Brooklyn?
Yeah, I think they can.
Cary, did you just say they're one game behind the Celtics?
No, my bad. They 5 games behind the Celtics, but in the standings, they number 2.
Okay, they're one spot behind the Celtics.
Yeah, they
Tim about to rush you.
Yeah.
So wait, so you telling me that they could? You said don't hit me with anything possible. I don't want no optimism.
Yeah,
can they beat Brooklyn in 7-game series?
Yeah, I believe they can.
They could beat Milwaukee. Stop the count.
Oh,
they could beat Boston.
It's up in the air.
Stop the count. You know they
air.
can't beat them.
Up in the air,
in the
bro.
7-game series, you know they can't beat them, bro. Come on, man.
I'm just saying right now, as we speak, they are the number 2 seed. They're the number 2 seed in the NBA Eastern standings. So
home field. I was about to say home field. Home court. Does it really matter though?
No, I mean not really. If you could ball out, you can ball
out.
So
that's what I'm saying when it comes to that. That's what I'm saying when it comes to that. Yeah, they right there. But Kevin Durant's been hurt. Milwaukee is what they are, until they get fully healthy. Cleveland Cavaliers has been not a surprise, but they are a surprise. Yeah. I don't in a 7-game series. When we get out of the first round, I don't know if you see the same level of production for certain people. That's all I'm saying. I won't name their name, but they got a beard.
See, here you go, man. Here you go. No, but it's all good though. I don't mind it. Like I said, in my opinion, this isn't.
Oh, it's your opinion now.
In my opinion, this isn't his best. This isn't the best team he's played on. I think that 2000, maybe that 2012 team with Russ and KD. I think that team is better than this team, and the young Steven Adams as well. But hey, it is what it is. I want to give a big shout out to Armanda Baycott, center for the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. He has the most rebounds in UNC basketball history, passing the great Tyler Hansbrough. Passing the great Tyler Hansbrough in college at North Carolina. I gotta salute you, brother. And I think this is his junior or senior year, I believe. So, hey, we still hope for y'all get that championship that y'all should have got last year against Kansas, but y'all not looking right. Y'all not looking good right now. Y'all play Syracuse tonight. I'm just saying. But we got to give a big shout out to him.
Okay.
All right.
No comment.
All right. The next one we do have is John Wall. John Wall did an interview with Theo Pinson that I believe he plays for the Dallas Mavericks, if I'm not mistaken. Theo Pinson been moving around, hasn't really played that much. He went to North Carolina as well, and he has a podcast out right now. John Wall was on his podcast, and he had a lot to talk about. He talked about James Harden, which I'm going to discuss that in a minute. When he got traded from Washington, when he finally got traded from Washington to the Houston Rockets, he hit up James Harden, and James Harden responded back, "Hey, I'm in Atlanta with little baby about to go to the club." That was a crazy one. I guess kind of showing the commitment what James Harden had, but James Harden was already established. I think he was far done with Houston as well. He had another similar situation where he was talking about Tyler Hansbrough. Where he was talking about Tyler Hansbrough. He said North Carolina was his dream school. He said, out of his own mouth, he said University of North Carolina Tar Heels was his dream school to go play college basketball. So he said he went on his recruitment visit. He said he saw Tywan Lawson, Wayne Ellington, Tyler Hansbrough. Tyler Hansbrough had his had a own section to himself. He had his own section to himself. And so he talked to everybody. Then he goes to talk to Tyler Hansbrough. Tyler Hansbrough tells John Wall, which at that point when he was the number 1 recruit in high school, he says, "I do not talk to new recruits. I don't talk to recruits at all." So John Wall said, he was like, man, after that, he said, "Fuck it, I'm done." He wound up dipping out, and he wound up going to Kentucky. So Tyler, you kind of you fumbled the ball on that one, because Tyler, just think about it, John Wall in the North Carolina Tar Heel uniform.
Preview.
I'm just saying. What's up?
I just like for the story I saw when the story happened,
Yeah.
and all I could do was laugh because I'm like, "What, your feelings hurt?"
Yeah.
Like you bringing it up, and I guess that's breaking news to some people. But like, what, you crying? You went to go play for John Calipari at the height of Kentucky fandom. What are you crying about?
Mm-hmm.
That was your dream school. You didn't go to it. Somebody turned you off to not go to your dream school.
Yeah.
Don't sound like it was your dream school.
Yeah. I agree, and I say the same thing. If you really want to go to North Carolina, you would have went to North Carolina. Like one person, if you was that in depth with it, then you just could have committed, and then Tyler would have been cool with you. But I feel you had to go do your own thing. Everything happens for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Everything happens for a reason. So it was I would say it was a cool little interview that they had with him, to say the least. It was a lot left to be said, but I want to get into the WNBA player, the Erica Hamby. She released a statement. I believe she got traded from the Aces. So I'm gonna start, and I don't want to be too long with this. She said, being traded is a part of the business. Being lied to, bullied, manipulated, and discriminated against is not. I have had my character and work ethic attacked. I was promised things to entice me to sign my contract extension that were not followed through on. I was accused of signing my extension knowingly pregnant. This is false. I was told that I was a question mark, and that it was said that I said I would get pregnant again, and there was a concern for my level of commitment to the team. I was told I didn't hold up my end of the bargain. Did the team expect me to promise not to get pregnant in exchange for the contract extension? I was asked if I planned my pregnancy. So pretty much all of this is being investigated right now. But like she had said, I believe she said she was getting bullied, and of course WNBA players, or they didn't want her to get pregnant or whatever. It wasn't. I don't think that's listed in the contract, like get pregnant or whatever. But that whole situation, and I'm still taking a little deeper dive into it. But I think the Aces ownership team kind of like they kind of fucked that up all the way, to say the least, man.
So I have a question you guys might know the answer to, because I never thought of this before. Because I clearly don't watch women's sports. I watch a little bit of women's college basketball, but those kids aren't under contract. They're playing for their school.
Right.
So in women's professional sports, do the teams put in like a pregnancy clause in their contract, like an injury clause, on a men's contract or something? Like if you go down with a injury that you sustain outside of the game, like you get hurt playing, if you're a football player, you get hurt playing street ball on the weekend, when you're not practicing or whatever, a certain injury clause can kick in and you lose money because you didn't get hurt playing the game.
Right.
You're not supposed to go skiing. You're not supposed to ride motorcycles, doing things you can get hurt.
Right.
You lose money out of your contract. Do they put wording like that in a female athlete's contract about if she gets pregnant? I kind of feel like they should.
I believe they should. If you ask me,
that's what I was gonna. That you actually kind of stole the words right out of my head. I was curious if they did. If they haven't had it in there, I would think that would be something that the Players Association would like put in, just because I don't know if you would put that in the same vein of like going to play ball on your own.
Right.
And that's something that's like,
I mean, technically, she gets pregnant. She was playing ball. I mean, come on.
You're right. That's enough there. Space Jam.
True enough, but
I'm not sure, honestly. And if that is in the contract and it's worded like that, I'm surprised it hadn't been brought up.
Yeah.
And if it's not in there, like I said, I feel like that's a thing between the players and the Players Association that should be brought up.
Yeah.
However, they collective bargaining is taking place. I know it's not as big and publicized or whatever, but yeah, I really do think that should be in there if it's not.
Yeah, I have to agree with both of what you had said, both of what y'all had said. I think it should be a pregnancy clause, because on top of that, you playing and then you getting hurt, and then on top of that, you doing all this extracurricular activities. And the team is still paying you. And again, I know they like to harp on that a lot, but it ain't like y'all getting paid that much for what the men get paid as well. So I have to agree with you. No, that's not it, man. So I definitely investigate this a little bit more, but we are about to go to commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back with Bottom Line Sports Talk.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Jeeves Law Group. I've known Scott Jeeves for quite some time, and he's just like us, a huge college football fan, but he's not just another PI attorney. He is a ferocious advocate for his clients. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in Tampa Bay for over 30 years. He is an AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer and certified circuit court mediator. Folks, these designations are not just given out. They're given only to the best trial attorneys. But more than anything, Scott takes these cases personally. I've heard it from his clients. He's a fighter you want on your side. Insurance companies hate it when they see you're represented by Jeeves. He's just different. 727-894-2929 or go to JeevesLawGroup.com. That's JEEVES lawgroup.com and tell him JP sent you.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Now is the time to make sure your home insurance is in order. In the last year, many of us have made improvements to our homes. So call the folks at Italiano and discuss these upgrades to make sure you have enough coverage. According to a recent report, almost 64% of homeowners don't have enough insurance on their home, which is their most valuable asset. Also, a great time to make sure you have flood insurance. Even if your mortgage company does not require flood insurance, your home could still be at flood risk. Another big item as we enter hurricane season is making sure your pool enclosure is added to your policy and there will be no issue at claim time. That happens a lot. So call your friendly agent at Italiano Insurance to review your policies today. 813-877-7799 or ItalianoInsurance.com. Attention, if you are home shopping or looking for a refinance, and even if you already have the approval letter, you must call my man Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services. Scott has a brand new program available in the greater Tampa Bay area called the Community Advantage Loan Program. Get this, no money down, no mortgage insurance, no points, no origination fee, purchase or refinance, and loan amounts up to $647,000. Now, there are some application requirements. It must be a single-family home, one unit, primary residence, and have a minimum 640 credit score. The program only applies to certain neighborhoods, so you have to call to find out if you qualify. So call Scott Fitzgerald at 813-294-7595 or email him at scott@amstampa.com. Now, even if you don't qualify for that program, Scott will shop your loan around, get you the best rates, and won't charge you the huge upfront fees. And if you've had issues with your bank calling you back, Scott will return calls immediately or at least the same day. 813-294-7595 or email him, scott@amstampa.com. Scott Fitzgerald, MLS 386722, American Mortgage Services, 1000 North Ashland Drive, Suite 1020, Tampa, Florida.
Coming back at you now. More FanStream Sports.
I'm sorry, I was listening to music.
We are back to talk about the hot topics of football now. And after we get through discussing all this football, we're going to give y'all our favorite segment, Music Picks of the Week.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and start from least important to most important. We had the Jaguars against the Kansas City Chiefs. Yep. You had Patrick Mahomes get injured, but he still put on a hell of a performance. Did you find anything shocking about this?
No. Well, I did find something shocking about it. How Jacksonville almost forced overtime and could have possibly won that game. The interceptions in the second half by Jacksonville, it wasn't good enough, and it did come back to bite them in the butt. But it was that game was interesting.
It was never down in my mind.
Yeah,
He was gonna win that game.
I agree.
Even when Patrick Mahomes went out, I saw Chad Henne come in. I was like, they kept him for a reason. But like for Jacksonville, you should be embarrassed. Yes, I know Patrick Mahomes is arguably the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. Y'all got beat by a man with 1 foot.
With one ankle.
Whatever. Well, the funny thing about that, why I wanted to start with that one, is a dude that put all his money on Jacksonville to win over Kansas City.
Ain't talking about Money Mike for that. No,
not Matthew. No, not Matthew. Yeah. No, this is a guy, he actually had on like the jersey and all that. Shame on you. I don't know what's wrong with you. Whatever crack you're smoking, they laced it wrong. If you're doing crack, it's whack. If you're doing coke, it's a joke.
Don't do drugs, people.
If you're doing weed, it's not a seed of growth. And if you're doing methamphetamine or the fentanyl, stop it. It kills you. Whatever you did, stop it. Never do it again. Go get help and check yourself into a drug asylum or an insane asylum, really, and wrap yourself in that tight little coat, because that was the dumbest thing I think I saw all weekend. And we saw a lot of stupid stuff.
How much did he put down?
I don't know, but it was a lot because he looked depressed. I know that look. That look when you get scammed.
Oh.
Up next, we have probably the team that Tim does not want to talk about. The Philadelphia Eagles won against the Giants. There was crickets in the room for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody was shocked by it, but I know Dallas Cowboys fans don't like the Philadelphia Eagles. They dominated New York, if I'm being honest.
And on top of that,
they dominated the Hall of Fame quarterback. Go ahead.
Yeah, they did.
We're gonna give. Well, this is gonna be a quick one. When life comes at you fast,
tell them what life.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. When life comes at you fast is when you ride a high and then you come back down to earth and you think you can't be touched. So, Tim, can you hit up that when life comes at you fast?
Yeah, I don't have that one. Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. Well, when life comes at you fast,
yes, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. When life comes at you fast, this goes to the New York Giants for losing 38-7 against the Philadelphia Eagles. What a travesty. I expected more. I expected more. I mean,
I did.
Maybe they something happened. I don't know. Maybe they didn't come to play. Maybe it was too cold in Philly. Y'all should be used to it right now. Y'all play in New York, New Jersey, wherever y'all play at. The week before, when they beat Minnesota, ESPN, FS1, all you heard was Daniel Jones is elite. Daniel Jones is top 5. Daniel Jones is taking that next step and could win against the Eagles. And what did they do? 7 points. That's the best you can do, 7 points. So when life comes at you fast, goes to the New York Giants. All right. We wrapping it up. Shout out to you, Tim.
That's so mean. You have to do it. Up next, we have the.
I'm not even listening to this segment.
Tim, we love you.
I know.
If we were in studio, I'd come give you a hug right now.
I know. I needed it.
I didn't even want to text you when the game was going on. It was that crazy.
It was bad.
It was bad. I'm not gonna lie. When I say I expected more, I expected it to be a closer game just because they are division rivals, and you typically see close games and tough games. So I thought it was going to be a lot closer. I thought it was going to be maybe like a 31-24 score type thing like that. And you were going to see, if that would have been it, I'm not going to lie, I would get off of Daniel Jones and I wouldn't talk no more crap.
Well, he wasn't really the problem, though. That we're talking more about the Giants' defense. It was the issue.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's very true.
But
I couldn't do nothing either.
But you want to know I think the turning point of that game was, and I know it still was a long way to go, but their second offensive possession, they were I think they were in Philadelphia's 49-yard line, and it was 4th and 8, and they decided to go for it on 4th and 8. And then, of course, Philly stopped them and then scored 14 points after that. But I think that kind of was the defining, I ain't going to say the defining moment, but that kind of turned everything a little bit ways.
Yeah, and don't forget, as awesome as Brian Daboll is, and as much as he has done for Daniel Jones' career in one short season, by the way, to the point that he wants Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley back because they're both free this year.
Oh,
Daboll is still a rookie head coach. All right.
Yeah.
So, I give him a pass on some stuff. He was caught up in the moment. You're in hostile territory on their field. It's a division rival. You don't know how many possessions you're going to get on the other side of the 50-yard line at this point. And I know it's early in the game, but you're trying to be aggressive.
yeah.
I will not fault him for that. Now, of course, it didn't work, but had it worked, we would, to this day, we'd be talking about how ballsy of a move that was.
And I want to say that too, because I'm glad you said that. I'm not mad at the ballsiness of it. I don't even think he was caught up in the moment. I think he was like, I don't know what Philadelphia Eagles team we're going to see.
Right.
So if this throws them off and gets some momentum swinging our way, so be it. So I'm not mad at that. They actually had a great season. Like, no lie, no cap. They had a great season.
Yeah.
As far as them keeping Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, I don't know what their cap space looked like. I was supposed to look at that today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the numbers are going to be. I think they're only going to be able to keep one of them, honestly. And honestly, to be honest, this is me. No matter what I say, if you're going to go Daniel Jones, I feel like you got to get rid of Saquon Barkley, not because he's not valuable, because, geez Louise, you need receivers.
Yeah, they do. And I just want to harp back on that game.
Geez Louise, I'm sorry.
I want to harp back on that game too. I think
Potty mouth.
I think Philly's the score at the end of the score was 38-7, right? I want to say Philadelphia only scored 10 points in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. Or
I think they called it the dogs too, though. I think maybe they did. I told you when it was 14-0, I was like, I don't think they did it.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
And so once it got to halftime, I was like, yeah, this thing kind of over unless they come out on some miracle scrappy, play and it alters something. I was like, this game over. Yeah. So when the third quarter started, I don't even think I finished the game, honestly.
Yeah, but Brian, he is an aggressive head coach, and he has been aggressive all season long.
I think you got to be just to like throw some things off.
Even the against the Tennessee Titans, when they won against the Tennessee Titans, he went for it. He could have tied the game up. They could have went to overtime. He decided to go for 2, and then Saquon wound up scoring in that game to put them up 1 point, and then they wound up winning the game. So he is an aggressive head coach. I think, like you had said, Tim, he is still on a rookie head coach level. But New York Giants have something to be happy looking forward to.
So the game that probably shocked everybody except for me.
And me.
No, we can that. We almost there.
Okay.
Buffalo versus Cincinnati. That game did not shock me in the least as far as like who won. It maybe shocked some people as far as how it went down. For me, with the Buffalo-Cincinnati game, I think I got everything that I thought I was. Mm-hmm. For Josh Allen, the amazing quarterback talent, whatever you think he is, the thing that he's missing, to what Tim said, is Brian Daboll, who's offensive coordinator last year, who's not the New York Giants head coach. Ken Dorsey and Josh Allen's progression has like made him go back. Josh Allen seems to be in love with the deep ball. Right. That's where they make their money at. That's what makes them exciting, the whole 9 yards. And it just didn't work. It was snowing. The elements, I can't even say the elements just necessarily played a part. It just looked like Cincinnati their defense showed up in a spectacular way against Buffalo. And they made Buffalo look very much so average. Miami did that the week before. Mm-hmm. So like the hype for Buffalo, it's sad to say, Von Miller seems like he took the team with him when he got injured. I know the DeMar Hamlin thing happened, but Von Miller seemed to taking the team with him when he got injured. So did the team, which is crazy. But Josh Allen didn't look good. You got Stephon Diggs doing Stephon Diggs stuff, throwing the temper tantrum like he always does whenever something goes wrong. And it just looked bad. And they hadn't had a running game. They lost as I thought they should have. I honestly am more excited to see Cincinnati versus Kansas City anyway. Shout out to Joe Burrow. I told y'all I didn't cheer for Joe because of the college that he wound up going to and winning. But Joe in the league, I'm down with it. Jamar Chase in the league, I'm down with it. Just wasn't down with y'all when y'all were there.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna just put it plain and simple. Cincinnati outplayed Buffalo on Sunday afternoon. They pretty much outplayed Buffalo on Sunday afternoon on all phases of the game: offense, defense, whatever you want to call it. And Joe Burrow was Joe Cool, just pretty much beating Buffalo at just a short game. And we saw what happens under pressure. Joe Burrow, amazing talent. Josh Allen still got a ways to go, but
cue up the money shot, Tim.
Hang on, it's coming.
Money shot goes to anybody who I sit up there and think says, does, or just believes insanely. I said that, gave the intro just for this next money shot.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
This money shot goes to yours truly, Joe Cool, Joe Burrow, for his comments after the post game. When asked what he thought about the win that they had, and I'm paraphrasing here, the win they had and how everybody counted them out and basically said that the AFC Championship was going to be between Buffalo and Kansas City, Joe Burrow told the reporter, you better get them their refunds, baby. Joe Burrow is that guy. Joe Burrow has also said things like, how long is your window open? For as long as he's here. Like, Joe Burrow is the epitome of cool. He's like the new Joe Montana. That's a shot for you, Tim. He's the new Joe Montana. He's the coolest cat in the room. Joe Burrow, you get my money shot this week for that quiet confidence that you have. If y'all hadn't seen, go look at that. I'm gonna repost it. Look at my social media later on. The throw he did pregame.
Oh yeah.
Great
Saucy.
I forgot to send it to you, Tim. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's saucy.
I saw the throw, but please do not even speak Joe Burrow's name in the same breath as Joe Montana.
What you mean?
Other than the nickname.
What you mean?
What has Joe Burrow done?
He possibly about to win the Super Bowl.
Maybe, but you know what? That'll be one. How many does Joe have?
4.
He's got 4. You know what his record is in Super Bowls?
Undefeated.
4-0. You know who can't do that anymore? Joe Burrow.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Tim. Tim, you can't lie, Tim. He like one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now.
He is. Absolutely. He's maybe the second best quarterback in the league right now.
Yes, I agree.
You cannot compare him to Joe Montana right now.
It's too early.
He's been in the league like 3 years.
Is it because it's too early? Is it because it's too early?
It's because he's went to LSU.
Oh, all right. I'm with you on that. All right. My boy, I forgot, Tim. I forgot, Tim. You be on my side. I forgot. I forgot, Tim. I forgot.
Wow.
No, but as far as comparing him to Joe Montana with the whole cool factor, absolutely, dude. He is one of the coolest cats in the league right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. And everybody gravitate to him. Like,
yeah,
people want to play with him.
Yeah.
And you can't argue with it. If I had a drum roll, I would do it right now. But your San Francisco 49ers versus your Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
The L that they took, the quietness.
This is my cue to leave.
The quietness around the city of Dallas, the whole DFW, probably the whole state of Texas.
No. It wasn't quiet. It was a lot of TVs being broken, whether it was by fists, gunshots, or trucks being ran over. I mean, trucks running over TVs.
And a lot of tears were down there, too.
I just want to, before we go, before we just get into this, I promise y'all it's going to be hurtful, but it won't be too long. Before we get into everything that went on, because we want to make sure if Tim want to comment on anything before we just go extreme. Tim, can I get the flag on the play? And I'll explain why. And it's also going to be my when life comes at you fast.
Preview.
Oh, For my flag on the play and when life comes at you fast, it doesn't go to the Cowboys because that was a great game. It goes to all the fans. There it is right there, folks. Here's another one right here, too. It's a flag on the play for all the fans. Year in and year out, at the beginning of every year, y'all tell us constantly, this is the year we going to the Super Bowl. Year in and year out, we have some crazy statistic where it's like, this is why they're going to make it. And year in and year out, y'all like let down. This is no longer the 90s. Stop doing it to yourself. You don't have to do this. We don't have to hate you. The fans, not the team. We don't have to do this with y'all no more. If you stop believing, maybe it'll happen.
Or maybe it won't.
Stop being insane. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. You should be tired. Do like Tim. And if you have a negative, positive approach, great things can happen. You don't have to be delusional. Get off the weed, man. Like Stephen A. said, stop doing it. It wouldn't hurt so bad if you wouldn't gas it up so much. You know where the gaslighting came from? Dallas Cowboys fans. Because y'all been doing it this whole time. I'm sick of it. Stop it. It doesn't have to be like this anymore. Y'all are losers because you choose to be losers. Ah!
And let the record show, boy, y'all was on a high. Y'all was on y'all high.
Shout out to anybody in the office that sat up there and told me I was crazy.
Y'all was on a high when y'all.
Well, you're still crazy.
Y'all, man,
y'all are crazy,
man. Y'all was on a high when y'all beat 46 or 50-year-old Tom Brady.
Hey, he's 90 now.
Yeah, he 90. Yeah. But y'all, hey, everybody was on a high. They were so excited that they beat Tampa Bay.
They was excited when they did 40-3 versus Minnesota.
They was excited when they beat 43 to Minnesota, but that high came down quick. It's like y'all came across somebody y'all own size, and the defense is matching up. I mean, a rookie play better than a highly vet right now. So
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It wasn't about much though.
Yeah, it wasn't about much, and then on top of that, the turnovers didn't help much either. But overall, it was a good game. I had my score being like 28-24. I thought it was going to be a high scoring game, but defensive wise, bar none, one of the better games I done witnessed in the past couple of years. So and yeah, big shout out to both teams, man.
I'm not shouting out the other team.
Yeah, not
you want to.
Shout out to San Francisco.
So as far as like my ranting and all that stuff, we won't talk too much more right now. But in terms of what we're wrong for Cowboys fans, since some of y'all are watching, I'll give y'all a kudos and a bonus because I am a football fan. I want to let y'all know where we're wrong. And I want to come to the defense of one Dak Prescott, not as much, but I want to let y'all know it's not all his fault. So for years now, we've been hearing that Dak Prescott isn't that type of quarterback. He's not the guy, whatever it may be. And you got a taste of somebody different when he got hurt in Cooper Rush. Mm-hmm. And the thing that made Cooper Rush successful was the thing that Dallas did not do when one Tony Pollard went out. And I say the reason why it's not all Dak's fault, I'll give him 30% of the blame, is because it's a man named Kellen Moore that's an offensive coordinator. And I've been saying this, and Tim has too, from like the beginning. Kellen Moore is your issue. If you know Dak Prescott is not that type of quarterback, why do you keep trying to put it in his hands? I said this when they sat up there and signed Dak to that big deal. They start running the ball with Zeke in the end zone. Y'all are inside the red zone on the 10-yard line throwing the ball, trying to make Dak look good, boost them stats up and all that stuff. You don't have to sit up there and let Dak be that person. If you run the ball, it's so much better for you because the running is going to make him feel more comfortable, opens up that play action, and it's going to make you feel better. I'm not saying like I'm an offensive guru, but if we were playing Madden and that game happened and you losing money like that, a lot of y'all be upset. Yeah. Don't be mad at Dak. Be mad at the person who's controlling, puppeteering, calling the plays. Be mad at Kellen Moore. If you want somebody gone because it ain't Dak, Kellen Moore needs to go. Pray that he gets pray that he gets a head coaching job somewhere. Pray that Jerry Jones comes to his senses and gets rid of him because it's never going to work as long as Kellen Moore is there. You want drugs to affect you and help you. I wish that they would make y'all see things clear. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry, I've been ranting and raving.
No, and you're not. You know what? You're not wrong. I think you got the percentages wrong. It's way more than 30% Dak's fault. Okay,
31.
Dak had, just like we talked about on the post game show after the game there in the studio with you guys and Colby and me. Dak had the worst possible game at the worst possible moment in the biggest stage.
Yeah.
And that right there says a lot about who he is as a quarterback after being in the league for 7 years.
Yeah.
He is still that inconsistent. Yes, Kellen Moore's game plan and his play calling is horrible. He should have had to walk home from San Francisco. All right, Jerry shouldn't even have let him on the freaking plane.
Hey.
He's probably, you know what? He ain't getting a head coaching job. He's probably going to be here again next year.
That's what I was about to say. I think this is his interview, and I think this kind of messed up his head coaching opportunity. Maybe.
Which, I mean, it hurts me to my soul that he's going to be the OC again next year. But dudes, we learned a lot about Dak. But even some of those good play calls, they were few and far between. Dak still couldn't get the ball where he needed to get it.
Yep.
True.
All right, he made poor decisions. It's been documented all over with screenshots from behind the quarterback of a play where he's got two receivers over here wide open, yet he's locked over here on his number one read, who's triple covered, and he overthrows him by 10 yards.
Yeah.
He cannot see the field. He's never been able to see the field very well. And I don't know if it's a product of the offense that Kellen Moore's trying to run. I don't know if it's a product of Dak forgot how to play football. I don't know what it is, but it's happening. It's real. Dude, and I'm done with Dak. All right. I've been trying to make excuses for him, but I'm done, man. It's not, if it hasn't happened by now, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Time to move on. And by time to move on, what I mean is it's time to sit on his contract for another 3 years, and then we'll start looking for a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That contract looks like it may be to the detriment of, honestly.
Yeah, sure enough.
It's okay, Kobe.
All right. Well, we are getting to our music picks of the week, where we give the listeners something that we listen to, old, new. So my first one comes from the First Lady of Death Row, Jane Hancock, out of California, and the name of this record is called "Laying Next to Me" for the R&B lovers out there.
You should be here laying next to me. Oh, yeah. Fall off.
Right.
Not disturb me. You both know that you should be here laying next to me. Yeah. See the skies blue, roses red. I mean every word I say. Your energy is cooler than a ceiling fan. I wanna take a long walk and hold your hand. I'm cold with being single, but please be my man. Be my man. When you stare me in my eyes, I can't hide from you. We in two different cities, so fix time to do.
So what do you think about that?
I like it.
That's tough. All right. ASAP and Currency, 3 a.m. in New Orleans.
I'm out the drama for my money like I'm DJ Cannon. I got a stripper, bitch, she Spanish, yeah, she in Atlanta. Yeah, I just go to walk up the grill with Vanna. At my show, it's like a robbery, they got their hands up. My diamonds like a hockey puck, you need no 3D glasses. I'm moving like I'm Ali, you can nickname me Cassius. I swear to God, I glow with dark, I don't need the flashes. I treat the Audi like a potato, I'm a mash. I need my gravy,
So tell me who this is, because it says P-Lo and Larry June. Right? Larry June?
Yeah, P-Lo and Larry June. Larry June is somebody we listen to. He's like a motivational rapper. He tells you to get your credit score right, mind your business.
Because I think I'm interested in this song.
You'll like it. You'll like it. I
Are
ran
you-
across it this weekend.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Berry sauce, don't take cold pepper.
Oops. Wait, here we go.
No, they want to see me doing bad, but I'm good. Hey, but I'm good. Hey, no, they want to see me doing bad, but I'm good. Hey, but I'm good. Hey, no, they want to see me doing bad. Yeah, doing good, doing well. They ain't tell you that the real prevail. I do it big, it don't fit on the scale. Mac Dre, how I'm feeling myself. Yeah, I gotta jump in. Shorty got a pumpkin. Know they met them all, and I can see it, it's just sunken. Really, it ain't nothing. Slime got my bucks big. Tell me that she love me, but I know I cannot trust it. Hey, you know me, stay low key. I'm just living how I'm supposed to be. Hey, you know me, stay low key. But no, they want to see me doing bad, but I'm good.
That was when I came across. Pretty good. And this last one right here, a little bit older. It's Lucy Pearl featuring Snoop Dogg and Q-Tip U. Something to vibe out to.
I have a question before I play this.
Yes.
Are you trying to tell me there's a rapper or whatever, hip hop artist, whatever he is out there that calls himself Q-Tip?
So you remember Tribe Called Quest when we was telling you about them?
Yeah.
He's one of the members of Tribe Called Quest.
So not only is he in a whatever musical arrangement called the Tribe Called Quest,
yes,
he calls himself Q-Tip.
Yes.
Does he look like a Q-Tip? Like, what's the story? Does he have like white hair?
No.
It's a little gray nowadays.
It might be gray.
Just don't understand, man.
He like entering your ears and out there filth and giving you some good stuff to listen to.
I put it down for the LBC.
I put it down for a place called Queens.
You know I represent the 213.
I hold it down for the big city.
I keep it gangster for all my young
Q-Tip on the
kids.
PYTs with their own car keys.
I put it down for all my
Battle
kids.
ladies.
Next song, boogie, you know. Yeah, skinny fat. It's all about you. Alibaba Herb.
Oh yeah, I like that.
All over the world. It's all about you. We gon' dance to this one for sure. I tried to look the other way the day you passed me by. I saw you holding Q-Tip's hand, and girl, I damn near died. The way you hold that Cosmo just fits you to a T. But I just wish that you were sitting right next to me. I wonder what was on God's mind the day that he made you.
That is.
I kind of like that song. That's kind of cool. Even though he's got a weird name, I probably couldn't listen to it and take it seriously.
Well, Lucy Pearl, so they a group.
Yeah.
Tony Tone, Raphael Sadiq. I forgot the other members of Lucy Pearl. I ain't gonna lie. I should have known them.
One of the young ladies out of In Vogue.
In Vogue,
yeah. She was on it.
In Vogue. I remember In Vogue.
Hey, they spelled it right, I think.
So here's my next pick for you guys.
All right, what you got? Good pick, Sade, by the way. I don't know if she heard me.
That was a great pick, too. One more like that music.
Why do I feel like I know what this is? No way, Tim. You know what this is.
Yeah.
We got London on the track.
This is all guys doing, man. You can't plan it.
Wow.
About to take over your city and you can't stand it. My account say you sinking like the Titanic. David Blaine last summer, man, you had to vanish. I get the hits like somebody pitching underhanded. Got my Spanish team convinced that I know Spanish. Really, when she get to talking, I don't understand it. You ain't on it right away, you had to wait on it.
What do you think of that?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Great pick, Tim.
All right, now this is my real pick.
All right.
I'll just do one more for you guys, and I'm torn because I played that one. I only got one more. All right, I'll save that other one for next week. We'll do this one tonight.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He had mercy on us when we in the studio. You heard of this yet?
Hand me down a walking cane, hand me down my hat.
Love these spinners.
Hey, yeah. Go.
You and me, we're going out. Guaranteed to blow your mind so high you won't come down. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you've never heard a sound like a rubber band. Man.
What do y'all think of the Spinners?
Hey, love them.
Classic.
Love them.
Classic. You gotta love it.
I was like, Tim had mercy on us this week because we don't be knowing a lot of them, so we gotta wait.
Now, those are like a lot of the Spinner songs I've got on my regular rotation, man, in my playlist.
Oh yeah, hey, I love the Spinners.
Shout out to you, Tim.
And I got some more surprises for you guys next week. I got some old school for you.
Okay, look, I had already said I gotta start collecting mine so I can just pull from a list from now on. I'll say this because I told Tim. I know I told you. So be on the lookout. We're gonna make sure we announce it, but we have something special that we're gonna wind up doing with our music picks from now on. We will announce that next week, though. So a little anticipation.
Yep.
It's called a tease.
The tease. All right. Well.
Other than that, man, it's been fun. We appreciate y'all. Thank Tim as always. Thank you. Thank Cowboys fans because you gave me a rant that's probably gonna get on the shorts and they'll probably hate me again. And I love the hate. What the Deion stuff got me notarized. Yeah. Love all y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting us. This will be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all other DSP media platforms tomorrow. Also, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to Bottom Line Sports Talk. Like, subscribe, share. Also, love us because we love y'all. And this is Bottom Line Sports Talk where we do it
for the culture,
by the culture,
because we are the culture. You dig?
Thank you, y'all. Have a good one.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to Bottom Line Sports Talk. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and don't forget to share. We'll see you next time.